the one thing I've never understood is why do people actually believe that by voting for somebody for president, it makes any difference at all? When have you ever heard of a president that has ever, became president and actually did anything uh, to change the world for the better? I'm sure you might say that some presidents have done things that have helped people, but really, come on, most of these presidents, they don't they're just there to be elected. They don't care about actually making any change in the world. They just want a bigger paycheck. And I think it's funny how you got people who are hating on one person, Trump or Hillary or whoever, and yet they'll love somebody else. And I guarantee you, no matter who gets voted in, uh, they're not gonna keep their promises. They never do. So the thing is, I don't trust government. I don't trust them because first of all, the government is not a singular entity. Even though we like to, when we say, do you trust the government? You think as the government as this one single entity, but it's not one single entity. It's a group of people with certain ideals, certain belief systems, and you mostly don't even know what those things are. I will say that one of the things that they want is obviously a new world order. And they will say and do whatever it is that they want to say and do to get there, to get your trust. It doesn't matter if it's, the United States government or the UN. The goal ultimately is to try to get people to believe that they're in control. They are in control, but they don't really take that control. They give that control off to government. They give that control to presidents, to people that they're trying to elect a president. Because honestly, they think that by electing their favorite candidate, that candidate is going to have the power to change everything, that is wrong with this, country. It's not that easy. They're not king. It's not that they are elected president and then all of a sudden they have all the power to do all this changing. They don't. There are different there are different things that have to be done before if a president wants a law passed, he has to go through Congress. It's not as simple as just he wants something, he gets it. Aside from that, did any of you actually pay any attention to who's behind these people? You can call them whatever you want. Illuminati, you can call them the Freemasons, it doesn't matter. Whatever name you want to call them, it doesn't matter. These groups, people that you do not see out in the public, they want a new world order. And while you're too busy deciding which puppet, you want to entertain you into thinking that, this candidate, who's a puppet, is actually going to make any changes, they're planning things behind the scenes. One of the things, now this is kind of on subject, but kind of not on subject, but one of the things that they like to do is they like to, they have these things called celebrities, and I'm sure you've heard of them because you worship them all the time. You give them, your money, you give them your power, your time, and you go so crazy, over these average people, because it doesn't matter if you're a fan of Britney Spears or, Marilyn Manson or, the Jonas Brothers or whoever, Taylor Swift. It doesn't matter. Actors, musicians, it doesn't matter. These people are regular people. To you, they're gods, but really they're just regular people. But, they're used to promote certain ideas, certain trends. The way trends are created are these, by these people who you don't see. And they roll orders down, and those orders eventually go to the celebrities. The celebrities are essentially controlled by the the record labels that they're a part of. The record labels decide, what you should say, what you should do, and oftentimes the artists themselves don't actually write their own music. Everything is pretty much fake. Point is, it doesn't matter if it's president or celebrity. I don't trust any one of them because I don't trust the government. Because I don't trust the idea of a group governing the minds of the people. And that's essentially what the government is. The govern, to look after. And then mente, is the word mind. So you have a group that is governing the minds of the people. I don't trust that. And neither should you. So again, why are you bothering voting for these people? Why do you fight amongst each other on who is the better candidate when clearly, you should know by now that it doesn't matter who you vote for. They're going to get their way anyways. If you give them your power, they're going to get their way. So, I think I rambled enough. So, thank you for listening. I will talk to you later.